What's up, guys? Football is back, and one game in, we already got controversy. People think Lamar Jackson, reigning MVP, played well. People think reigning MVP Lamar Jackson played bad. And I got to give him one thing: he was great as a runner. He always is. That being said, he left a lot to be desired as a passer. Honestly, I don't know how many more times we have to see this story before people start to acknowledge that Lamar Jackson is very good at his forte, running with the football, and just really, really, really bad, like inept as a passer. He doesn't process well, not before the snap, not after the snap. He doesn't have a very strong arm. His accuracy is terrible to all three levels of the field. What is there to like? And he's playing on easy mode because everybody's so afraid of his feet. They have no choice but to run soft coverages, drop a player into zone as like a spy. He knows what he's going to see every time. It couldn't be simpler. No quarterback faces easier reads and more wide open receivers than Lamar. And it doesn't matter because he can't hack it. It's a lot of slander. I put together a compilation of every dropback from Lamar's game, and we'll go through it. And we'll figure out where he went right, where he went wrong. That's enough gabbing. It's enough opinion. Let's watch some film. 2. All right. I don't have every snap in this game because I removed a lot of short passes, but I included some that I thought were important. There, it's a little bit more interesting because Lamar Jackson does a really good job of navigating the pocket, stepping up into space, resetting, dumping the ball off, getting a first down. That is smart quarterback play, and if Lamar could do that kind of stuff all the time, which you figure he should be able to do all the time, he'd be really good. Instead, batted ball on a screen, not good. You'll notice also that people complained a lot, especially Ravens fans, about this offensive line and how it totally let Lamar down and he had to play hero ball all day, and I did not see that whatsoever. Here, top of his drop, clean pocket. You got your superstar tight end open over the middle at the 45-yard line, and better yet, you've got your stud wide receiver. I think that Zay Flowers will be a superstar one day. Breaking open on this post at the 40-yard line, linebacker bit up, ball's in the air. Hey, that's 16, 17 yards downfield. It's actually about 20 yards downfield. That's a great throw. That's everything you want to see out of Lamar. Good job. Legitimately great throw. Again, if Lamar could do that kind of thing consistently, he would be dangerous. He would be the guy people talk about, but he can't and he doesn't, so he's not. Here, pretty routine play. Again, pretty solid protection. Gimmicky trick play, wide open wide receiver. Now, if I was going to pick a nit, I might ask Lamar to try to hit this streak and score a touchdown here to Aguilar, but I'm well aware that Lamar Jackson was 1 for 6 on deep balls today, so let's not push it. Take the super easy routine throw for about 12 yards, move those chains. Good decision. Easy throw. Again, ton of time in the pocket. Nobody pressuring you. Gets the ball out on time. Not a great throw, really lacked a lot of velocity, lost a few yards due to that lack of velocity, but routine nonetheless. Third down, relatively quick pressure. Frankly, I think if Lamar slides back down towards the bottom of your screen and up a little bit, he can reestablish the pocket, and then he can find Andrews, who's about to uncover right around here. Andrews is that guy. But I can't blame Lamar too much. It's a plus pocket movement, and it's a routine throw. And if it was a quarterback that I hadn't been accused of being biased against so many times, I would be a lot harsher. But it's Lamar. He's the reigning MVP. He's a 2-time MVP, and I think he stinks. So I need to be very, very generous with my grading. Routine throw. All right. A little motion from Zay Flowers, little double motion from Zay Flowers, little play action, and a tight end screen. Now, this is actually a really well-designed play. The idea is you're going to get Zay Flowers on this motion, and he's going to run a wheel route, and maybe this corner forgets he's supposed to cover him just due to all the confusion. And you got the play action, so you expect all the linebackers to go this way. maybe even the safety to bite down a little bit, and that's when you really get open right around here at the 45-yard line. But what's much more likely, speaking of likely, is to just dump the ball off to Likely on the tight end screen. Lamar briefly looks at the streak. The wheel. I love that play. And then he checks it down to the tight end. It is a routine screen, but a really cool play design I thought I'd highlight for you guys. Here, Lamar makes a nice check at the line, altering the protection because he sees that the Chiefs are sending people. Chiefs back out and don't send people. Lamar kind of panics because he's not seeing what he wanted to and throws a bad pass. Also fails to capitalize on a clean pocket. Here's the top of Lamar's drop. Nobody's open. I get it. But you can slip the ball out to 43. You're running back right there. Just pop it to him and see if he can beat that linebacker to the sideline. Here, you get an inkling of pressure, but it looks like Linderbaum, the center, is actually cleaning that up. It looks like he's about to push that defender past the pocket, so you can stay put and you can continue to survey the field as Mark Andrews comes wide open. Now, on this particular play, at this exact moment, when you see this, defensive tackle breaking in on you, you've got time. Slide up here, stop, hope that this tackle can hold up a little bit on Karlaftis. I almost drew something unfortunate there, but I didn't. Now, at the same time, Andrews is breaking out. Bateman is stopping here. There's one defender, and he's bailing. He looks like a Scooby-Doo character that just saw the monster. He is, running towards the tight end, which means you got Bateman all day. It's third down. You're going to throw the ball to Bateman at the 30. He's got to get 2 yards after the catch to get a first down. I like those odds. But alas, remember I said Lamar thought they were going to blitz, so he's been looking over the middle of the field this whole time, and now he's got to move to his second pitch, and he doesn't know how to do that. So he kind of just is already thinking, fuck it, let's run. And that's really dumb because him wasting 2 full seconds right there trying to start running, like 1, 2, 3? So about 2 seconds trying to gather up to run and then throwing eventually to Bateman, but much, much, much too late. That's bad processing. That's bad accuracy. It's bad arm talent. It's just bad all around. And it ends up really hurting their ability to score a touchdown on this drive. Bad pass. Here, yet again. This is going to be a really cool play. The backside doesn't matter too much, but it's just going to be a dig and a corner. And what I'm pretty sure happens on this play is Lamar is thinking, boop, 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 I want to throw to Bateman on the corner. I think that's what he was thinking because the real play should be over here. Likely is going to run this little crooked curl, and Andrews is going to run kind of a slant, but between you and me, it's just so he can pick the linebacker. This guy is just going to blah him. And then once he blahs him, he's going to bend it up into a post. And now your play is either A, this linebacker, let me clean this up a little bit. Get rid of some of the blahs. So now this linebacker is either going to run with Andrews, in which case you hit Likely on the curl and he Likely gets a touchdown, or he's going to follow to Likely and Andrews is going to be wide open in the end zone. Either way, nice spot to be in for a quarterback. Chiefs send 4, top of the drop. Plenty of protection. Now this right here, if Lamar was a legitimate pocket passing quarterback who could process things at an NFL speed, the ball would currently be on its way to Likely right, 1, 2, 3, here. It would be out. Instead, he waits. And because he waits, he takes a hit. Ball needs to be out. It's not out. Why is the ball not out? Also, he's already running around. He's already got his feet all wacky. Now he's staring down Zay Flowers on this in because he started off looking to the wrong side. This is a bad pre-snap read. It's poor processing because as soon as he saw his corner was going to be doubled, he should have given up on it. Here, he steps up into the pocket. Instead of setting his feet to make a nice throw, remember how I told you about Likely being wide open in the end zone? Check him out, homie. And because he's running, he runs into his own offensive tackle for no reason at all, throws a terrible pass, and it bounces off the ground. That is abysmal pre-snap processing. It is abysmal post-snap processing. It is terrible pocket management. And it is really bad ability to throw the football. I mean, it's just unforgivably bad. Now here, clean pocket. Very clean pocket. Excess blockers even. Right? They're spying you with 54 down there. Nobody's open in the end zone, and that's fine because your running back is doing a Texas route and he is about to be wide open. So all you need to do is take a little second and loft that ball over the defender's head. Just loft the ball gently. And he tries to, but look how low his arm slot is. He's not coming over the top like a Tom Brady. He's kind of like throwing from his shoulder like Jay Cutler. And that's not how you loft the ball. So it gets batted down by a defensive end. That's bad. It's really bad. It's really bad awareness. It's really bad arm slot manipulation. It's really bad playmaking. Come on, we're 9 minutes into this video, and almost all I've seen from Lamar is really bad. Keep in mind, this is the end of the first half, end of the second quarter. They have to score right here. This is the last play before the field goal. So this ball needs to go to the end zone. And nobody's really open. You got a clean pocket, but you got to move, dude. You don't have time to waste. Now, the best option is to put this ball right around here at the very back of the end zone in the corner. Let Likely try and go win it and put the ball in an area such that if you miss, it's going out of bounds, right? It's not getting picked. Here, he tries to pull the ball down. He's getting cute. He tries this fadeaway bullshit that he didn't need to do, and then he throws the ball to the running back. And luckily, it was a terrible throw. But if that was catchable, he just cost his team 3 points by running the clock out. Bad throw, bad pocket movement, bad processing, bad. First half, terrible. We're going to be generous and call that routine, but you and I both know that was a bad throw. Drops back, clean pocket, swings the ball out. That's what a quarterback does. If Lamar could do that more consistently, it would be enough. Because remember, he just needs to be average as a passer. If as a passer, processor, pocket quarterback, he was mediocre at best, he would be excellent because his legs are excellent. But he's not, so he's not. So routine throw, good plus pocket movement on that last play. And then here, clean pocket, superstar tight end, wide open, 6 yards downfield. Routine. And he only has to be routine because his running is so good and it opens up so many opportunities for him as a passer, right? He's never going to have to read a full defense because he, with his legs, is a sixth weapon. Now, again, it is second down. You have 3 receivers, all at the 40-yard line. You can throw to any of them. Get 5 yards. See if they get a little yak. It'll be 3rd and short. But you also have a star tight end because Likely is a star. Pretty damn open downfield. I just got so excited I accidentally slapped the clipboard. Now, I want this ball right around here. Actually, a little further downfield, but you get what I mean. I want that ball down there so that I can keep it away from this safety who's got to run over, right? Your receiver is shallow and outside of him or inside of him. So you want to put the ball in this vector direction from the corner or the safety. God, I'm misspeaking like crazy. So he's going to run like this, and I want this ball around here, man. But alas, Lamar turns this wide open play into what should have been a super easy pick. Let me show you on the tight copy so you can really, really see what happened. Clean pocket, tons of time, sets his feet. Tell me how it gets easier. He lodges that ball right between the hands and right between the tits of that safety. I mean, you got 4 points of contact, each nipple in both hands. Terrible, terrible pickable throw. Again, Lamar Jackson was 1 of 6 on deep balls in this game. Abysmal. Here's another one. Terrible. Let's go back and see what Lamar sees. Drops back. Clean pocket. Step up. There you go. Now set your feet. Stop right there. You got a clean pocket. Stick in it, damn it. Also, you got a receiver cooking his defender and a center fielder who's going to take quite a long time to get over. So, I want this ball placed off screen at the 5-yard line. Lamar steps up and he doesn't set his feet. He doesn't stop. Receiver knows he's open. And Lamar throws the ball so badly that the receiver has to throttle down. You see this right here where he totally drops a stride? You gotta keep that ball going downfield. It lands at the 15. It should be landing at the 5 or the 10. Instead, defender gets an easy hand on it and looks cool doing it too. Here's the tight copy. It's a disaster. Here you go. That's a clean pocket by NFL standards. There is not a single edge within the hash marks. There is not a single defensive tackle beating a block. You got time, homie. Stay right there. Take the hit. Make the play. And Watson just gets to turn around and smack it. And frankly, if he had ball skills, he could have picked it. But it's not pickable. It's just bad. It's just another terrible deep throw because Lamar can't hit those deep throws. And that deep miss will end the drive, so play action. Hit the curl. It's 10 yards downfield. I guess we'll call it solid. But you and I both know that damn near every NFL quarterback makes that throw. One, two, skip a few. Clean pocket. Andrews is breaking open on that deep slant / post, and you got the crosser underneath him. Lamar doesn't see them, doesn't like them, doesn't throw them. Fine. That's fine. It's second down. Dump it off and live to fight another day. But Lamar is a dynamic athlete, so he rolls out, and that's fine. Notice that he also had a streak wide open, well, not wide open, but open down the field, down the right sideline, but he doesn't like throwing the deep balls because he knows he can't do it. Again, notice Isaiah likely calling for the ball because he's got upfield leverage. That's where you want to put the ball, right around here or something. Put some air under it, let likely run under it, catch the ball in stride, and then he's got one man to beat to the end zone. The broken play worked out perfectly to Lamar's favor. All he has to do is execute a pretty decently easy throw. He is under pressure, so he gets a plus pocket movement. That's all well and good. He even gets 2 because he broke the pocket necessarily. Kinda. We're being generous. Instead, look where this ball is placed. He has to stop and come back to the ball. Right? The only reason that this is caught is because Likely is really, really good at throttling his route, and that defender was so lost. And then Likely jukes a dude, outruns a dude, jukes another dude, and gets a touchdown. This is let's call it a solid throw. It's a little bit of a jump ball. It's not great passing. It's not great processing. It just kind of worked out because it's lucky. You get a linebacker on an amazing tight end who has wide receiver speed, and you don't even place the ball very well at all. It's a wobbler. You got to win a contested catch just to get to it, and then you got to create 31 yards after the catch. This is an Isaiah Likely is great play. This is not a Lamar Jackson is magical play. Solid throw, 2+ pocket movements. Lamar deep, where do you think it goes? Out of bounds. Bad. How often am I going to say bad before you guys get the picture? I mean, he's just terrible as a passer. Yeah, the running, we all can see, but come on. Again, I'm going to call it routine because it was caught, but you and I both know that was a bad ball, and you could throw that better to your dad at the beach. Deep throw. Any guesses? Yep. Bad. Routine. This is the final drive of the game, so the Chiefs are going to be running some really soft coverage. They don't actually care about Lamar gaining yards. They just want to waste time on the way down the field. Here, Lamar does a really nice job of stepping through, and he makes a throw that I guess is theoretically catchable, but only because the running back made a nice play. Routine with a plus pocket movement, nice for you. This is certainly the best drive of Lamar's game. Quick little routine throw. He executed the gimmies. He got the ball to his first read when it was open, which was every single time. Here he's dancing around a little bit more than he needs to, and in these kinds of situations, his legs aren't a threat because you don't have time to run. You got to throw. But this is Lamar's best play of the day. Steps up in the pocket. Now, he could have stayed. He could have stayed, but he didn't need to. It's fine. He could have set his feet, but I'm not going to be mad at him for making his life harder and still executing. If you want to throw while doing a 360 dunk, go ahead. Just make it accurate. Lamar made it accurate. Now, it looks bad. And if he threw to the other side of the field because he set his feet and surveyed, he could have had a touchdown. See at the top of the screen, wide open, Lamar steps up in the pocket and stays instead of bailing. He probably sees that. He can throw that pretty easily. Most NFL quarterbacks could at least. And as long as it's accurate, it's a touchdown. Instead, here you've got kind of a pot shot. So you got a safety who's guarding this half of the field, and you got a corner who's kind of guarding this area. Nobody's guarding that area between those two circles. Now, typically, you have to throw a laser beam like Matt Stafford would to fit the ball into that area on like a back shoulder stop throw. Instead, Lamar kind of lofts it up the way he can, but he puts the ball on the outside shoulder, and he puts it nice and high, so only his receiver has a chance at it. Look, I could be harsh. I could say that's a good throw, not a great throw, because it was really hard to catch, and it could have been more accurate, and if thrown properly, it could have been a touchdown to tie the game. But, I mean, he got a 30-yard completion down the field in crunch time to give himself a chance to win the game. It's a great throw. It's not elite, but it's a great throw. And give him a plus pocket movement for doing it on the move, even if it wasn't totally necessary. Now, this sequence is, well, it's just a microcosm of Lamar's ability as a pocket passer, or inability, shall we say. So, first off the rip, in structure, not open, not open, not open, bracketed even. Your best bet is Aguilar. Try to hit him right there, put some loft on the ball, put it high, see if he can make a play. It's a low percentage play, but it's an opportunity. I do not blame Lamar whatsoever for pulling this ball down, though. Right around here, you got to make a decision. Throw the ball away or give somebody a chance. And I actually like what he's doing here. This corner is bracketed on Flowers, or labeled on Flowers. He's not allowed to leave him. And there's a little bit of a miscommunication between this guy and this guy, leaving likely on a free trip to pay dirt in the back of the end zone, as long as he gets hit with the ball, that is. Wide open, but Lamar does this thing. When Lamar gets really excited, he kind of brings his feet really close together, like this, and he kind of hops while he throws the ball. See how his feet are super close together? And he doesn't really step into it. He kind of hops and leans back. That makes the ball go too high. Now, again, I don't care about mechanics and footwork, but I do care about accuracy, and he didn't have it. And the reason is because of the really bad footwork. This one's out of order. But, I mean, yeah, that's the play from earlier. It's a great throw. Like on the tight copy, you can really see he didn't have a ton of options. He could have kept the ball lower. Fine. He could have hit the receiver earlier. Fine. But it's a really, really, really good throw. In fact, it's a great throw. But I don't think it was perfect, because perfect would have been a touchdown. This is the play I was trying to show you. This is the miss to Likely in the back of the end zone. See how he kind of clicks his feet together right here? His feet get really close together, and he leans back, and he puts the ball too high. Bad throw, misses high. And he does that kind of often, actually. A few more plays. All right. Where do you see the open space? So, Lamar's got time in the pocket. I know that Chris Jones is close to him, but he has no chance of making a sack. There's this big void in the middle of the field. So you got to expect that somebody's coming to that middle of the field. You got to be patient. You got to figure out who it's going to be. But, I mean, it's a deep over route from Zay Flowers. He's going to go to the middle of the field, and he's not going to get bracketed, right? This guy and this guy aren't going to both carry with him. He's probably going to have underneath leverage. Now, wait a half a second, so you make sure that he does have underneath leverage before you throw a game-losing pick in the end zone, but you have an opportunity to win the game right here, right? And at this point, It's so fun trying to keep up with where Lamar is. So he steps out of the pocket and he runs down. And here he should be carrying, right? So Lamar is supposed to carry like this way on his scramble to extend the play. And that means you're supposed to run with him, right? A lot of people are saying, oh, Zay Flowers should have sat down. Zay Flowers should have sat down. No, you don't sit, because then Lamar is over here throwing back across his body into the middle of the field. Nobody wants that. That's bad for the Ravens. Instead, you want Flowers continuing with Lamar. Go slow so you don't blow the fact that you're in the middle of a wide open bubble. But Lamar should be looking for these kinds of things. Instead, according to Lamar's postgame interview, he was actually aiming for Bateman on this throw, which is absurd for like every reason. And look at how bad that miss is. He puts the ball directly between Bateman and Flowers, 5 yards away from either of them. He picked Bateman. Bateman was wrong, but even if he picked Bateman, a good throw could have got there. It wasn't a good throw. It didn't get there. Let's see the tight. So again, remember how I said Chris Jones has got some proximity, but he doesn't really have a shot at the sack? Look, anytime a number that starts with a 4 is blocking Chris Jones, you're in a bad spot generally. But, he's still got to run through him. So you got a solid yard of time. You got a full half second. Step up, buy yourself some time. He doesn't. He bails out, runs through, and that's fine. But then carry. Continue to run until you're sure of what you're seeing. And here, I guess he expected Rashad Bateman to kind of drift towards the sideline, towards where Lamar was headed. And instead, he just put the ball between him and Zay Flowers. Neither had a chance at it. Zay was not supposed to sit down. Zay also probably wouldn't have been able to catch it if he was sitting down. It was a bad throw because of a bad read. Now, kudos to Lamar for extending the play. That's a positive pocket manipulation. But the throw was terrible. And finally here. Lamar already has happy feet. He's antsy. He's nervous. I get it. I get it a lot. But settle down, right? Like, look at him. His head's going everywhere. He's paranoid. He doesn't trust it. You're open in the pocket. You got a clean enough pocket. You can set your feet. Again, take a hit to make a play. And likely is already open, right? You just put that ball up there and let him go get it, because you're going to put the ball directly between these two defenders into that range where likely has the best chance at a jump ball. You might even say that likely is most likely to come down with the ball in that situation. Alas, Lamar does this weird little circle, which is the reason that everything goes wrong. If Lamar would have thrown the ball earlier, like I suggested, likely would have caught it 5 yards inbounds. Instead, he runs around, he makes this little circle, he steps up, he resets, likely is still wide open, but then the throw is high, and it's late, and it's soft, and likely has to brace for contact now instead of catching a wide open, easy touchdown, and it leads to him stepping just ever so slightly out of bounds. So, while it's unfortunate that Isaiah Likely came 2 inches from a dramatic, excellent catch, the reason is because Lamar gave him a bad throw that was too late. Ball needs to be out here at the very, very, very latest. But instead, Lamar wants to run, but then he has to remind himself, I can't run. There's no time. And by the time he does make the throw, it's not that the ball is inaccurate. It's that it's a little too high, and it's fine. But because it's so late, now Likely is being hit. And because Likely is hit, and he has to hold on to the ball, he steps out. Let's watch it one more time without all the pauses and breaks. And just watch Isaiah Likely. Think of when you'd like to throw to him. Probably now? At the latest? Maybe? Right? If I'm the quarterback, right here. This is where I let the ball go. I anticipate a little bit. I put the ball right at the top of that F on the Chiefs logo. Ball's already starting to hit him right now, but hey, at the very least, Lamar's running in a circle and nobody's near him. What is he accomplishing? This is a glitch, right? If your quarterback did this in Madden or NCAA, you'd throw a fit. But Lamar's a see it throw quarterback. He's not anticipating, he's not thinking, and he doesn't have excellent arm talent, so the ball's not getting there quick enough. That's all I got. All in all, I've had people tell me that Lamar was playing hero ball. The offensive line let him down. It wasn't his fault. Nobody was open. Play calling was bad. But I don't know. I just showed you guys. We didn't mention the offensive line being a problem very often, and there were dudes open on almost every play, if not every play. Yeah, he did a good job to extend some plays to create openings. That's kind of why you have a running quarterback, though. So, what do you guys see? Am I wrong? Am I making things up? Do you see something I don't? Did I miss something? Did you grade a play differently? Did you read a play differently from I did? Let me know. But until next time, which is going to be in like 2 hours because I'm doing Jordan Love next. Asta.